You know that time when you feel like you have to do your makeup to church for the first Sunday of the year, and that's what I did here. So I go to a white dominated church, but still I put on my African outfit and then I prime my face and then I said, let me get my makeup done. So what I did was to prime my face with Glow Recipe products, and I also used Nars foundation in marquise. I really like it because it's my exact shade and it oxidizes quickly. So you might think like, oh, this foundation is too light for her. No, it would oxidize by itself. Like you can see right now, it's already oxidized already. And I'll be using my concealer from Born This Way Too Faced, which is chestnut. I like that because it's literally my shade and I don't want to do too much. And I also use a cream blush from this palette. It's a Nigerian product. If you need it, I'm going to put it in the description bar. And then I set my concealer with a Sephora product, which is their Mineralise powder. I really like Sephora Mineralise powder. It sinks in very well, and then it helps me with any creasing under my eyes. And that's what I use first before I use my setting powder. And then the next thing is I'm going to actually powder my whole face and then set my whole face. I like to use brush as well. So what you do is you dab it in, so it's not too much, and then it can soak everything well. The next thing is I'm going to be contouring my face with this, my Black Radiant contour palette, just a little bit under the blush area just to blend it well more. Like you see, I'm using like the brown tone, the one in the middle, and I'm going to do it all over around my forehead as well so that I can blend it to my hairline. I went back to the same blush palette and I used the powder blush to conceal the cream blush that I used earlier. So this is me just applying my blush and just blending everything well. You're going to be seeing more of one side than the other side so that this video is not too long. And also, I contoured my nose with the same Black Radiant palette, and this is it. One thing with contour is if you make any mistake, you can always use your face powder to correct it. I'm going to show you that as time goes on in my videos. So this is me using a product from Nigeria. This is BeautybyAD. I really like her setting powder. It's actually very nice and very subtle. It's easy for you to actually bluff off after you're done with your eyeshadow and everything like that. I like this Juvias Place brow mascara because when you apply it in the front, you don't need to actually put too much product in the front when you're using your pencil. So you see what I did here was just to apply the pencil from the middle of my brows to the tail of my brows, because after using that Juvia's Place mascara brow sculptor, you don't really need anything like in the front, the beginning of your eyebrows in the front. And you see, this is me just filling the back from the middle to the tail of my brows, and that's all I'm going to be doing with my eyebrow, just to give you that soft and subtle effect and not too much like too thick of a brow. That's what I usually do, and that's what I do for my client as well. So after that, I'm going to go to the next brows, do the same thing, and I will conceal with my concealer. So you see the same thing. So I always advise everyone, always know what your brow looks like when you want to apply anything on it. So this is me just concealing it with the same Born This Way concealer. I went to the shade lighter than my foundation just to, make sure that my brows pop. And you see how easy it was for me to actually just clean it off, and that's it. At this point, I was just happy. Then I moved to the next brows and I did the same thing. Honestly, with me, when it comes to getting my makeup done, I can use any product. Whatever product works for me. It's just knowing how to apply it and how to mitigate every little mistake that you make, and also, fix it. So I'm bluffing up my extra powder from my face because I'm already at the end of this makeup tutorial. But one thing with me, and I would say, is you don't have to apply eyeshadow if you don't want to apply eyeshadow. You can keep your makeup as simple and as effective as it is. But for me, because I have one bad eye, I usually just prefer to wear mascara and that's it. Not put anything under my lower liner because my eyes is going to turn red after some time. So as subtle as this makeup is, this was exactly how I went to church, and I was happy with the effect. When I came back, everything was looking good. And then I went in with my Tilbury to, to dab my under eye just to give it more effect, to pop it more. Tilbury after effect is another game changer, trust me. I know some people use Fit Me for their under eye, and which is actually good as well. I think one of these days I'm going to buy like drugstore product and I'm going to do makeup on myself and see the difference between both. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any question, please you can leave your question in the comment section below. Share my video if you're interested. This literally took me just 30 minutes to to finish this makeup, and it was very easy because less is more, like we said. Thank you for watching and have a great month. Bye. Follow and subscribe.